Welcome back. You're watching Commodity Champions, and from gold and diamonds to lab-grown diamonds, and that also continues to make a lot of news. We are now joined by Smith Patel. He's director at Green Lab Diamonds. Smith, hi, thank you so much for joining in. Well, as Colin was telling us before the break, that 2024 perhaps was a rock bottom when it comes to natural diamond prices and consumption as well. Within that period, how would you say that the lab-grown diamonds have performed, and how has 2025 been for you till time?
Perfect. Manisha, the lab-grown diamond has seen a trajectory growth in terms of caratage since the past few years, Of course, there has been a price correction that has taken place, but the positive figures are that in 23, 4.3, India exported 4.3 million carats. In 23-24, it was 7.32 million carats. And last year in 24-25, it was 15 million carats. So that's almost double of carriages that has been exported from India every year. And I'd also like to say the past 2 months, like I told you, in 22-23, it was 4 million in the whole year. In the last 2 months, we hit 4.5 million carats of net exports from India. So that is a very positive sign, showing that like everyone in the world, they have started to accept lab-grown diamonds. And like we have spoke about earlier, like the creativity and the designs that have been exported from India, especially in the studded jewelry market. 2 years ago, we exported $400 billion worth of jewelry that is lab-grown studded. And last year, we hit $1.1 billion. So that trajectory shows that the acceptance of lab-grown diamonds around the world is also increasing. And it's a very positive sign for the whole economy and the artisans that work in this industry for sure.
Smith, what is the sense on prices from here? Because a lot of people tell us that we perhaps have seen the bottom here as well. From here on, it perhaps could be consolidation, even some gains. Yes. What's your own sense?
So when this industry started, there were very few suppliers of this industry, and people did have an early movers advantage where they could charge according to the demand. Now, because there is no sense of monopoly and the technology has increased, it has become a cost plus kind of a situation where companies are adding value in their verticals by perfecting the art of cutting and polishing, by creating new designs, by adding value in different verticals, and then surviving or even thriving. So that has been a very healthy environment. I would like to say the industry is in right now. The price correction did leave everyone in a little sense of panic, but after it has stabilized, we see a potential of growth. And the caratage that has been exported are a positive sign of that.
What about the Indian markets then? Because we did see a pickup here as well. I mean, I remember speaking to IGI not too long back, which they said that Indian penetration, Indian demand seems to be on the stronger side, especially for high caratages. How have you read the Indian market till time?
The Indian market overall is a very positive sign. I would like to say that because a lot of companies, like Colin mentioned, that there is a lot of retail space that is opening for particularly lab-grown diamonds. We have seen investments of up to $15 to $20 million that companies are getting to expand their retail space around India. And those companies are, of course, they are, adding a lot of value to this industry by creating unique designs and allowing customers to buy things that they had never seen before. So we see a lot of positivity in the Indian market. The mom and pop stores that have been selling gold jewelry in traditionally gold jewelry, they have been adding value to their products by introducing a little bit of lab-grown diamonds, which has shown positive results. So we expect in the coming IIJ show that a lot of these retailers are going to start thinking of adding a lot more lab-grown diamonds to offer to their consumers.
Smith, IIJS is one part of it, but we do understand that GCK, Hong Kong show, I mean, the interest or the buying enthusiasm around lab-growns has been quite positive.
Yes, around all countries. I would like to say for the first time, we've seen a 30% market share in the UAE exports as well, which we had never seen. It was always 15%. And last year, we saw a 30% jump in the Middle Eastern market. So that has been a positive sign. The JCK market, we got customers from around the world, not only the US, which is already doing well in the lab-grown space, but countries around Americas as well, where people are coming and seeing designs. They're introducing lab-grown diamonds to the majors. We've had a very positive show, both JCK and the Hong Kong, and hopefully even the IIJs in the future will be as positive.
Smith, what is the best growing market right now when it comes for lab-growns? What is the best caratages that seem to be doing well?
I mean, US is still the largest market for us, but the positive sign is like countries like Middle East, they turned from 15% in the year 23-4 to 30% last year. So that is showing that people in that region is also accepting lab-grown diamonds, and of course there's a different kind of merchandise mix per se. They are preferring larger stones. They want heavier designs than the America. So there are two different markets. The niches are different, but they are both moving positively.
And what caratages seem to be doing better? And just to get a sense right now, Smith, what does a carat of lab-grown cost currently?
Right. So again, like I said, that the cost is value addition. It depends on the cut, purity, the color that people are offering, of course. So now it has become a design kind of a situation where all different companies that are incorporating their qualities can charge different prices. Since the prices are stable, cost is something which we really talk less about in this whole industry, and it is all becoming the number of quantities, the number of designs, the efficiency in which you can deliver to the customers. Those kind of topics. Hence, it has become more healthier.
Smith, also with the way GIA changed its way of certifying naturals vis-a-vis lab-growns, how have you seen that conversation?
I mean, in the end, certification is a transparency to the end consumers. I personally believe that that move is bringing in less transparency to the end consumers. So I'd like to congratulate companies like IGI and GCAL who are increasing their parameters of grading lab-grown diamonds. We would like to say that if the stones are getting better, you don't stop grading them. You add parameters where consumers are even more transparently understanding what they are buying. And that's the initiative these other labs are taking. And we are looking forward to working with them and seeing how they encourage the consumers to buy better products, to buy graded products, and trust what they're buying.
When it comes to the whole gamut of industry, how are you looking at the festival season as well? Because we've seen gold also go down on lower caratages. Gifting is in, festivals are in, and then of course we'll soon be getting into the wedding season as well. So what are you planning? What are you launching? How's work with you?
So, we have our retail space, IGD, that is doing really well. We have already opened 4 retail spaces in Delhi, in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Jaipur, and we are going to expand more. And what we are seeing is the consumers are loving the lab-grown products because they can buy so much bigger for a less value per se. And, this is truly Sone Pe Suhaga. As the gold prices are rising, adding a little more diamond to the design, making it a little heavier, the brides are happier, and we see a positive sign. Hence, we are expanding our manufacturing capacity. We will be double the size of what we are by the time we speak the next year.
All right. Oh, I hope, Smith, we speak before that as well. But clearly, the kind of numbers that you've shared with us in sense of export of lab-grown clearly have been doubling. The prices are more stable right now, and the demand and penetration, of course, on the higher side. As always, thank you so much for joining in, Smith, and weighing on the lab-grown diamond space.